sign, but it's saying towards Alabama.
3 wide behind him, fighting for position. Very close call.
I see them go through here. It looks like something's going to happen.
Ooh, trouble. Smoker.
Great job, guys. Picked up like 5 spots.
They're side by side, trying to close the door.
That's some contact.
Unbelievable job up top. Now let's go get him.
Welcome to Dover, Delaware, the Dover International Speedway. It is the final race of the 2011 season and a championship on the line. Larry McReynolds and Rick Allen with you for this, the 12th and final race of the year. The weather perfect, 75 degrees, cloudy. It couldn't be any better on this concrete mile racetrack. After 11 races, 21 points separate Max Gresham and Brett Moffitt for the championship.
Hey, Rick, this is the closest championship battle we've had going into the last race of the K&N Pro Series in roughly 10 years.
Let's hear from Brett Moffitt. He's with Derek Perniciglio.
Well, once again, Brett Moffitt finds himself in the thick of the title fight, and he comes to a track where he's had a lot of luck at. 2 wins here at Dover. Brett, what have you got to do to win the championship today?
Well, the best game plan is to lead the most laps and win the race, and then he has to finish second to be able to keep on the title hopes. But so if he finishes third or worse, it's ours. But you know, we're really excited going into this race, and you know, we really feel like we have a good car. So we're ready to get going here, and hopefully the weather holds off and we're able to run the whole race and have a good one.
Rick, the Dover storyline, survive Miles the Monster, the fastest track this series goes to. 150-mile race, you have to have fuel. Do you pit early or late for those tires? Nothing to lose for like Darrell Wallace, who comes here third in the points.
Yeah, 29 drivers, nothing to lose. 1 driver, everything to lose, and he's with Derek.
And Max Gresham will start on the outside pole today. Matter of fact, he had one of the dominant cars here last year. And Max, we posed the question to Brett Moffitt, what do you have to do to win the championship?
You know, we've been looking at some numbers, but really, we're just concentrating on winning this race. We should have won this race last year, and it has slipped away from us. So this year, we're concentrating on winning and bringing home another win to Joe Gibbs Racing.
2 drivers fighting for a championship. That 00 has won the championship the last 2 seasons. Anybody want a dog? Here it comes. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the numbers here at Dover.
1 mile concrete oval, 30 drivers starting this show today, 150 laps, 150 miles. And how about the straightaways? They're banked more than most places we go in the corners, 9 degrees, 24 degrees in the corners.
That could come into play when we talk fuel mileage, if this race would go fuel mileage. We take a look at the starting grid. The 2 guys that are fighting for the championship, currently Max Gresham starts second, and Brett Moffitt starting 5th in this race.
And we got a couple of rookies battling for Rookie of the Year. Corey LaJoie, 9 points behind Alex Bowman. Corey will start 7th, Alex will start 9th.
Darrell Wallace Jr. brings the field out of turn number 4. We're about to get underway with the 12th and final race of the season. Green flag in the air.
Darrell Wallace has won everything there is to win here this weekend, both practice sessions, and sits on the pole, wants to lead this first lap.
How about Max Gresham fighting on the outside? That's what makes Dover so exciting. You can run 2 different lines here, pass on the high side or the low side.
Well, Max Gresham knows if he can lead a lap, he can get the bonus points for leading a lap, and that adds to the lead over Brett Moffitt in that 00 car running 4th.
Darrell Wallace Jr. just in front of Gresham as they cross the stripe for the first lap. Back behind him, Sergio Pena had a career year this year. 3 times went to victory lane. He runs in the 3rd spot. Brett Moffitt, our other championship contender, currently in 4th.
There's Alex Bowman. I talked about it in that 16 car, leading the Rookie of the Year points battle. And there's the man that's chasing him, Corey LaJoie, in the 07.
Corey LaJoie trying to make his way up toward the front early on in this race. Side by side for position. Brett Moffitt on the inside. Sergio Pena on the outside. Moffitt making the move to the front. He has to get out front, get in front of Max Gresham if he wants any chance of winning this championship.
Well, Brett Moffitt has won the last 2 races here. In fact, he's the only driver to win this race more than once in the last 10 races here at Dover.
Great side-by-side battle. Corey LaJoie on the inside. Sergio Pena on the outside. Here comes that 2 of Ryan Gifford to throw his name into the mix.
Yeah, Ryan has a couple starts here. He's finished 9th and 19th at the Monster Mile.
They continue side-by-side in front of him. A little contact there. Corey LaJoie up the racetrack into Sergio Pena. Pena trying to clear that 07, running the higher line.
Rick, we're already starting to see this track take more and more rubber. There's been a lot of practice today here with the Nationwide Series and the Sprint Cup Series, and that changes the handling characteristics. The more rubber goes down on this 1 mile concrete surface.
We always talk about a concrete surface. Weather doesn't normally affect it as much as the asphalt surface, but as you mentioned, more and more tires on this racetrack will affect the handling of these race cars.
A lot more than rubber wheel. There you see the two car of Ryan Gifford moving up the racetrack and kind of made Corey LaJoie in the 07. Corey's going to lose several spots here.
You know, C.J. Faison in the 39, we take a look at that white car. What an amazing story this young man is having right now. Has never run here at Dover, but qualified fourth. What an amazing start for this young man.
Yeah, he just turned 18 years old. He did a driving school here a couple of weeks ago, the only laps he has around Dover.
Pretty amazing. Great battle here. Matt DiBenedetto in the 15, able to get by that 07 of Corey LaJoie. Here comes Chase Elliott, the youngest driver in the field at 15 years old, working to the inside of Corey LaJoie.
What was so cool, we have 21 rookies here, 17 drivers making their first start. At the drivers meeting, Chase's dad, Bill, got up and spoke to all the drivers about how treacherous and how fast this place is.
There is a lot of experience right there. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, father of Chase Elliott. And again, Elliott chasing right now that 07 of Corey LaJoie. LaJoie, Randy LaJoie's son, two-time Nationwide Series champion. So a lot of father-son combinations that have NASCAR backgrounds, and one in particular sitting right next to me. Larry, your son's out there. Brandon has run very impressively late in the season here.
Just keep chipping away at it. You know, we've got the help of GetMoreVacations.com making his first start at Dover.
Alex Bowman just in front of Ryan Gifford. And then C.J. Faison in the 39 behind him. Those three all chasing that 4 of Sergio Pena.
Been watching the 4 car of Sergio Pena. He's actually kind of diamonding the racetrack. He goes in and lets it drift up, especially down in 3 and 4. Now this time through 1 and 2. But you can see right there the car just moves up the racetrack about a lane right in the middle of the corner.
See the difference now between our race leader, Darrell Wallace Jr. out in front, and these guys battling for the 5th spot, Bowman and Ryan Gifford. 4th just in front of him was Sergio Pena. Again, Moffitt, Gresham, Darrell Wallace Jr. all in front of this group. Moffitt and Gresham running for a championship that will be decided here at Dover.
But we're looking at drivers right here that we talked about at the top of the show. Drivers, they have nothing to lose, trying to win a race or another race in this 2011 season.
Yeah, and you talk about guys trying to win another race. How about the turnaround for the 4 of Sergio Pena after a year ago running second to Joey Logano at Irwindale in the start of the season, then having absolutely no success throughout the 2010 season. This year, 3 wins, has been dominant. He's done a great job of running in the K&N Pro Series-EAST, currently in the 5th position points-wise.
See the battle for 8th there, Matt DiBenedetto in that 15 car and Cody Hodgson in the 03. Cody spent his entire racing career mainly racing go-karts worldwide.
What a big change it has to be to come here and take on Miles the Monster, Dover International Speedway. See Max Gresham in the 18 working by some of the slower lap traffic. Those two running nose to tail for the championship. Max Gresham just in front of Brett Moffitt. Again, Moffitt in that 00 has to get out front, has to lead laps, has to do 21 points better than Max Gresham if he wants to win the championship.
And just remember, they're battling for the championship. A year ago, these two drivers were teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah, pretty amazing story. The 00 of Brett Moffitt. That car driven by Ryan Truex the past 2 years in the K&N Pro Series-EAST. Truex won the championship. Back behind him, Corey LaJoie has problems in the 07.
And I believe that is a big-time engine explosion. You could see Corey holding his hand out the window. He knew it happened the minute he came up off the corner. Big story here, remember, trailing Alex Bowman by 9 points for Rookie of the Year. That's gone out the window.
Big engine failure. Corey LaJoie jumping out of that race car.